Good evening, bipeds. Hi, Stephen Sashin, the Chief Barefoot Officer and co-founder of Xero Shoes. And this is just a quick live event to introduce you to the 4 products that we have that we're releasing for the fall of 24, starting on the 14th, a week from yesterday, depending on when you're watching this. Next Wednesday is a better way of saying that. Now, the 14th is probably the best way of saying that. Here at xeroshoes.com. By the way, we're going to be having some of these products launching on xeroshoes.eu and .co.uk a little later. I'll announce that later, but I just want to give you a quick intro to these products. And if you're not hip to what Xero Shoes are all about, I'm going to give you that as well. And this is a live event. That means you can comment or ask questions. So, type them in below or wherever it is that it's obvious to type in questions or comments, and I will see them over there on my screen. So when I'm looking there, now you know why. And then I will respond to those questions for this live event. We're not going to stand here forever because we're actually launching 4 products for the fall. Sometimes we've done as many as 8, but so this will be a little bit easier. And let's just jump in. Actually, let me start with the part about why Xero Shoes for those of you who don't know. So we're all about health and wellness. Xero Shoes is about comfort, performance, and health. And the way we do that is by basically getting out of the way to let your body do what's natural. So what does that mean? You have a quarter of the bones and joints of your entire body in your feet and ankles. That's so they can bend and flex and move. If you don't let joints move, all the muscles, ligaments, and tendons around those joints, like think about your arm if it's in a cast, they all get weaker. Well, it's the same thing with your foot if you have a shoe that doesn't let your foot move. Similarly, if you have a shoe that squeezes your toes together, that doesn't let those move. It doesn't let your arch work properly. And imagine what it does when you're squeezing a foot-shaped thing called your foot into a non-foot shaped thing called a typical shoe by the end of the day. The next thing is we don't mess with your posture. If you elevate your heel, that'll mess with your posture. Then that you have to adjust by leaning back from your ankles, your knees, your hips, somewhere, wherever the weakest link is, you're going to get nailed on that one. The other thing, we'll get more into some of the biomechanical part, but let's do the simple thing. You also have more nerve endings in the soles of your feet than anywhere but your fingertips and your lips. That's so your brain knows what yes, it is live, Marshall. That's so your brain knows what you're stepping on or stepping in, so it can help you move effectively, efficiently, and probably most importantly, enjoyably over whatever terrain you're on, in part by letting your feet bend and flex and move. So our goal at Xero Shoes is to let your feet do their job so the rest of your body can do its job. So how do we do that? I'm going to grab a shoe to show you. So this is the Speed Force. This is the shoe that I race and train in as a competitive Masters All-American sprinter. So we start with a wider foot-shaped toe box so your toes don't get squished together. Low to the ground for balance and agility. Again, like I said, we don't elevate your heel because that'll mess with your posture. We don't have a thing called toe spring, which means the shoe is kind of permanently in this position and can't get flat. That messes with your gait. The soles are designed to give you traction and protection, plus the ground feel that you need so your brain knows what you're stepping on or stepping in. All of our shoes come with a removable sock liner or insole, about 2.5, 3 millimeters thick, depending on the shoe. And you can keep that in if you want a little more protection, take it out if you want a more barefoot feel. By the way, our soles are backed with a 5,000-mile sole warranty. We make these things to last. The best thing we can do to be good to the planet is keep things out of landfills. So that's why we make our soles with our Feel True rubber design, so that I can do it English, so that things stay out of landfills. Holy crap, that was hard to do. Oh, and last but not least, Xero Shoes, compared to other things that are like them, similar styles, so lightweight, you could forget you even have them on. We've literally had people say that either A, they have a no-shoe household, and their spouse at one point says, "Why are you still wearing your shoes?" And they're like, "Oh my God, I literally forgot to take them off." And we've had people say, "I went to bed still wearing my Xero Shoes because I forgot I had them on." So that's the gist of who we are and what we're doing. And again, as you can see behind me, we have 55 styles of casual and performance shoes, boots, and sandals for, whatever you want to do in them. And then we have, 4 new styles that we're launching starting next week on the 14th. I'm telling you now, so you can kind of prepare, you can kind of spread the word and be ready to go. If you're not already getting our email newsletter, which we send out typically on Thursdays, then go to xeroshoes.com/newsletter and sign up so you can hear about these new products that I'm just about to show you, because every time we've launched new products, we don't have a huge amount of money. I mean, we're not like a super rich company. So we bring in new products and we expect them to do well, but we never really know how well they'll do. And every time we've had at least 1 or usually 2 products that do so well, we have run out of sizes or colors, sometimes even entire styles, and then it takes a few months to get them back in. So I hope that doesn't happen to you. The way to make sure it doesn't, make sure you're getting our email, which we will be sending out on Wednesday as soon as everything's ready to go, and then you can jump in and get the products that you like. Marshall says, y'all's non-waterproof mid boots are extremely tempting. Well, then you're really going to like what I'm about to show you. So let's start with, let's see, where do I want to go? I'm going to do something that's for men and women first. And one of the classic silhouettes, one of the classic styles for a boot, by the way, these are fall products. So there's going to be a couple of boots and a couple of shoes. One of the classic boot styles is the Chelsea style boot. And we have updated our Chelsea boot with a sole that we have inspired, that was inspired by the Ridgeway, which is up there somewhere. Both our low and our high top approach slash hiking slash super cool, whatever you want to do in a shoe. I know I got one up there somewhere. I got so many things up here. I can never find what I'm looking for. Anyway, ignore that. This is the Ridgeway Chelsea, or the Chelsea Ridgeway. So by the way, most of what I'm showing you comes in multiple colors, but I've only got one just to make my life a little easier. Danny, I will get to that question in just a sec. So it has, again, the sole from our Ridgeway, which is a great hiking shoe, a great approach shoe, but also just, really, really cool technical look. This elastic gore section, nice and stretchy to let your foot get in. This, like all of our shoes, still really flexible. And this is made with a full grain leather that ages really, really well and is really, really durable. Again, the lug sole is going to give you great traction outdoor, and just a classic, iconic look that people have known and loved for years. So this is the Ridgeway Chelsea. Okay, let me answer Danny's question, then I'll go to the next one. Best model for running on a treadmill is the best model for running anywhere. So if you're having an HFS tear or something problem after 100 miles, then give our customer happiness team a call. We have people who have put thousands of miles on that shoe, me included. So something's going on. Let's see if we can solve that. Otherwise, the HFS is a great running shoe. The Prio is a good shoe. You said the Prio Neo is doing well. That's a great shoe. The Forza Runner is a great shoe. The Zelen is a great shoe. I mean, any of our running shoes, but what you're reporting is something that clearly sounds like a glitch that you want to reach out to our customer happiness team about. Okay, next, another boot, this one just for women, because we have a men's version of this already, a little variation on a theme. So we have the men's, God, the name just flew out of my head. I got so many, the Denver. We have the canvas and the leather Denver, and women were saying, I want something like that, that's that same style. So now we have the Breen Ridge. This is the women's casual leather lace-up. And so similar look and feel to the men's version, but frankly with again, full grain leather upper, buttery soft leather liner that's really, really comfortable. And I mean, I don't really need to say much about it. It has that same outsole that we use on, I know, again, it's up there somewhere, the same outsole that we use for the men's version of this boot. It looks like it's super thick, but it's a fake out. We're just wrapping it around the boot for the look and for some stability. And because we know some people are going to end up, stepping in some things that are a little wet. So we wanted to wrap that around there to protect that leather a little bit, even though, again, the leather is going to be just wonderful as it continues to age and the patina that it generates. So this for women only, because the men already have the Denver, the Breen Ridge for women. Okay, I'll do the last one last. So there's two more, and the next one is a version of one of those bestsellers that I mentioned that like sold out almost instantly, and that was the Dylan. We brought the Dylan out, I think, a year ago, and had a really hard time keeping it in stock. Well, people asked for something that's a little more upscale, a little more stylish, a little more sophisticated, and so we just took the Dylan and gave a leather upper. So if you want the canvas upper or the knit upper that we have now, still available. But if you want to go, one step up in terms of style, then this is the leather version of the Dylan leather. So again, calfskin lining, super, super smooth. Like the original Dylan, you can do anything in it. Crazy, crazy flexible, incredibly comfortable for a similar kind of shoe, really, really lightweight. So you're going to love, if you're the kind of person who loves this, the Dylan leather. Quick question came from, not a comment, it's a question, or not a question, it's a comment from, I'm going to say it's Diggy, D-I-G-I. My Xero has helped cure my plantar fasciitis that I've been battling with for 5 years. Thank you, thank you. And look, to be clear, what really helped was just getting out of things that caused that problem to begin with. We're just here to help you have natural health by letting your feet do what feet are made to do. Okay, last but not least is something for the children, something for the kids. And this has been a big request. And again, taking one of the best shoes that we had. So first we had our Aptos slip-on, then we did the Dylan slip-on, and now we've taken that Dylan canvas slip-on and made it for children. It's hard to see how small this really is. This makes it look like either I have a giant head or it's a tiny shoe. I don't know which size this one is. This is like, the largest kid size that we're currently making, actually. So here's the canvas Dylan. It's a slip-on, has this elastic section here to make it easy to get on. Tough but comfortable cotton canvas. It's a new kids outsole that's still thin, light, flexible, but has like a little higher sidewall to be a little more durable, because we know kids can be, real beasts when it comes to what they do on their shoes. So nice toothy luggy pattern that's going to be helpful for traction. It weighs practically nothing. I mean, a youth 3 weighs like 5 ounces, 5.2 ounces. So your kids are going to like this. It's going to go. And if you already have this shoe, you can do a mommy or daddy and me thing with that. Different colors, and we have some different colors for this. But here's, again, we're expanding our kids line, doing more and more. And this is the first thing that we're able to do right now is the Dylan Canvas Slip-On Youth for kids. So a couple of things that come in. So again, Danny, just reach out to our customer happiness team for that. And then last question. Is Speed Force 2 similar strength to the Neo? It's a completely different product. And so given what you're experiencing with the HFS, it sounds like something unusual, because we literally have not heard the report that you have from other people. So I can't give you a specific answer. All I know is the Speed Force is, again, what I race and train in, and I've been wearing the same pair for, the 2 since the moment it came out. But again, completely different construction, completely different shoe. So I can't really compare them apples to apples that way. Tanisha says, that looks great. I don't even know which shoe you're talking about. I'll mention these in a second, but thank you. A whole bunch of questions come in. Before I jump into them, let me just do a couple things. Starting on the 14th, that's when the sale begins, and it runs, I think, through the 27th. Don't hold me to it. Again, go to xeroshoes.com/newsletter. Opt in to make sure you hear the moment these things go on sale, because some of the colors, some of the styles might even sell out. And yes, they will be discounted, because we always do that when we launch products. We want to get them on your feet so you can spread the word. So we give you that little window where we do our initial discounting, and it'll be, let's say, 20% off, maybe a little extra bonus if you buy more than one style. I'm waiting to hear about that from our finance team. So, all right, let me answer a couple questions. Matt says, second that comment before, had chronic plantar fasciitis as a marathon runner, switched to minimal shoes, and eventually healed it. Happy to hear. Jared says the Chelsea boots look awesome. I agree. Super, super cool. Texel Hex says, still waiting for a waterproof high top sneaker for urban city use. Working on that. Do me a favor, though, just to make sure our product team is on top of it. Go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and leave that suggestion, because that's how they know what to do. JGT11 says, B-ball shoe limited drop, question mark. It's not going to be limited, but it is coming out. Many of you may have seen, we have both NBA and WNBA players who are wearing our shoes in competition when they're on the court playing. And that was just prototypes. The real deal is going to be coming out in the spring. It's the best thing I can say at the moment. Work boots. I know, Gary. We are working that project. That's the best thing I can say there. Tracy says, I have the original Chelsea boot, and wonderful boot. And Peter says, boo, most are not vegan. I completely agree with you, to be candid, because I always am. I wish, the best thing I can say is we just weren't able to get everything done that we planned to get done for the fall. And this is what we were able to get done. So in the spring, you're going to be very happy, Peter. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but this is, sort of where we are today. Running any company is hard. Making anything is hard. Making shoes is hard. Having a footwear company is really hard. There's so many things that are out of your control that you are wrestling and struggling with on a daily basis. And almost never do you get everything you want when you want it. So, it's the thing, you can have like a good price. Well, there's 3 things: price, time, something else. And, you can only pick 2 out of the 3. Marshall says, which is more breathable, the Scrambler Mid or the Scrambler Mid 2? They're the same. I don't have a good answer for that, because I haven't really tested them, but we designed the Mid 2 to be a more durable upper, but still have the same breathability. So that's all I can think of. JGT11, vegan leather, kind of bad though. The vegan leathers, frankly, just aren't ready for prime time yet. They aren't very durable. They can get kind of plasticky. What it takes to make them is probably worse for the environment than anything else. So we're always looking for new materials, but haven't found ones that work for that. There's a lot of people doing a lot of work to try to make those kind of products, and they'll all admit that, not quite ready for prime time. DIGI says, I use my Prio for mountain biking and they work well, but any plans on a mountain biking specific shoe? Talked about it. Again, go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and leave that as a suggestion. And even better, leave some ideas about what you think would make a good mountain biking minimalist shoe, because there's different people have different opinions about that one. So give it a shot. A lot of things coming in. Hold on. Tanisha said, missed the announcement about the Chelsea boot. I see boots in the background. Is it ankle height? Here's the Chelsea. So no, your ankle stops about here. So it's a little higher than your ankle. This is not my size, or I'd put it on and show you. So there's I don't have a men's one sitting next to me, just the women's. So it's that height, however you want to call that height. Jared, all black version of the Scrambler mid. I need a tactical boot for police work. Again, leave that as a suggestion at xeroshoes.com/feedback. And we're having conversations about tactical things as well, actually. New to Xero shoes, just got several from my husband and I, and love them. Very happy to hear that. We hear that happily all day, every day. Makes me very happy. Let's see what else I got. Hunter, what about making boots for hunting? Perfect. I love the Scrambler Mid 2 waterproof. I'd love to have something like that for when I go hunting. Again, go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and tell us what specific changes you would want for a hunting boot. I know some people take our Alpine, which is right up there behind me. They take that hunting. I know people have taken the Scrambler or the Excursion Fusion, but let us know what you think would make it a good hunting boot. We'll see where it goes. Don says, these shoes are amazing. Stephen, I believe you said it's like wearing wearing the shoes tight enough where your toes about sizing. So I wear my shoes where my toes are like right up against the edge, and says, is that bad for your feet? I'm trying to get the size right. Sizing is about personal preference. It's not about geometry. Some people think you need a thumb's width in front of your toes, but that's because a shoe with a big, thick midsole, when it bends like a phone book. For those of us who remember what a phone book is, just think about a thick book. The inside bends faster than the outside. So the idea of having extra space came from shoes that get effectively shorter as you wear them. So personal preference is the best thing I can say. We do free domestic exchanges for sizing. So if you feel like this is not what you want, great, go up a half a size or maybe even a size. Talk to our customer happiness team and they will help you out. Teach again, I want to try the taller boots in your line, but my calves are big. I have trouble with most boots. I don't have the Mika up here. Wait, here's one. So, this is the old one. I don't have the new one. So the Mika, because it's laces, can open up pretty wide. And the new version, I don't know why I don't have that one, has a zipper as well. So easy to get in and out with the zipper, and you can open it up pretty wide. Is it going to work for you? I don't know. I don't know how big your calves are. I don't know how big this fully extends. But again, reach out to our customer happiness team. They're happy to talk to you and get some measurements, maybe even, and give you their experience from what might work. BTW, also from Tunisia, and pardon me if I'm saying your name wrong. The Dylan slip-ons are fantastic. I agree. Barbara Luce, what's the difference between the Tari and the Chelsea? Do I have a Tari up here? Frankly, this new one, wait, hold on, I do. It's just a much more elegant design. It's a different leather. It's a different sole. So it's just, if you take a look on the website, especially on the 14th when these go live, you'll be able to look at them side by side and really see what the difference is. This is just I think just a significant stylistic improvement over the Tari is the best thing I can say. And it's an improvement over the rain boot. Yes, I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. DIGI Prios work great with elastic laces, very easy to slip on. Just saying, that's why we sell elastic laces as a little add-on. I think I love those too, actually. Jared, Hunter, the Alpine would work well for hunting, but maybe push the customer service team to make a men's version of the Gracie. It's not the customer service team, it's a product team. And the way you get to the product team, go to xeroshoes.com/feedback. I don't know why I have to say it every 5 seconds. So if you have a question or suggestion or request, xeroshoes.com/feedback. And Tanisha, I'm saying your name perfectly. That makes me very happy. Okay, let me show these really quick, and then we're going to get out of Dodge because I want to have you get back to your evening, and I got to go take my dog for a walk. So once again, we've got 4 styles for the fall of 24. They are coming out on Jesus, on August 14th, next Wednesday. The sale's going to run for, I think, till the 27th, but don't wait till the end because we inevitably run out of sizes or colors or entire styles. If you want a reminder about when things start, make sure you go to xeroshoes.com/newsletter, opt in, and you'll get the email about this the moment things go live. Like I said, things are going to be the new products also. The new products only are going to be 20% off, maybe a little extra if you buy more than one style. I'm still waiting to hear about that. And the styles are, again, for women, the Ridgeway Chelsea. Again, super, super flexible, super, super comfy and lightweight for something like this. Wait, did I do that right? It's men's and women's. God, brain damage. The Ridgeway Chelsea for men and women, because men have been looking for a good Chelsea boot for a while. We had one way back when, sold really well, but for some reason, I don't know, we discontinued it. Now we're bringing it back better than ever. For women only, something so that you can hang out with, somebody who's wearing the men's version of the shoe, which is the I can't do it, which is the Denver. Don't know why that's so hard for me today. So this is the Breckenridge for women. Really wonderful casual lace-up boot. And then for the upscale version of a casual sneaker, the leather version of our Dylan. And then for kids who want to have something fun to slip on and slip out of easily, the kids version, the youth version of the Dylan canvas slip-on for kids. So that's what we've got. That's all the news that I have. I just want to thank you for being on this call. There's going to be more of these before and during the sale, just to answer any questions or remind people of whatever they need to be reminded of. I'm here to help is the bottom line. Marshall says, thanks for answering questions. I have a number of y'all's shoes and sandals. Take care. I'm going to say the same. Thank you all for being here. Just a really quick thing that I say all the time. When my wife, Lena, and I started this company 14 and a half years ago, we never thought that we would have been helping well over 2 million people discover the fun and benefits of natural movement. We are thrilled that that's happening, and we're thankful for you for supporting us and for spreading the word, because that's the thing that's really growing, not only our company, but the whole idea of natural movement and barefoot shoes. So thank you for doing that. We could not be more grateful, as are all of the entire team around the world. We now have a team around the world, which is crazy. So that said, again, we could not be more grateful. And more importantly, until you get your hands on these and slip your feet into them and go out and have fun, well, until then and during then and after then, live